Thank you so very much for being here. And if you just joined us, this is still Enterprise Morning, reaching you from Enterprise Television. Let's head straight to our main conversation for today. A federal high court in Abuja has temporarily frozen 4 Jaiz Bank accounts linked to former NNPCL Group Managing Director Mele Kyari following an ex-parte motion by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
Okay, so we have Justice Emeka Nwite granted the request, citing ongoing investigations into alleged fraud involving conspiracy, abuse of office, and money laundering.
And also on another story, we have it that the 4 billion Abuja-Lagos superhighway to cut travel time. And we have it authoritatively that the AEC Unity Network Limited yesterday expressed optimism that its much anticipated 470-kilometer Abuja-Lagos highway project will soon commence, bringing with it a reduction in travel time between the Federal Capital Territory FCT and Lagos State. Chairman of the AEC Unity Network Limited, Dr. Kenny Martins, who addressed newsmen in Lagos, stated that the $4 billion project will allow vehicles to travel at speeds of up to 80 kilometers per hour, drastically reducing the time spent on the road and offering a safer, faster, and more efficient alternative to existing routes. We have Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid still here to take us. Thank you so very much, Barrister, for hanging on.
Thank you for having me.
All right, beautiful. Barrister, I know we have talked a little bit about the Mele Kyari issue, but I'd love us to do a deeper dive into it before we crisscross to the 4 billion Lagos Abuja super highway. On the Mele Kyari issue, on our newspaper's analysis, you did say the reason he is still walking free is because there's still investigation on him. But how much of effect will that have on this new generation commercial bank, Jaiz, as we speak today?
Jaiz is a new generation commercial bank. Because Jaiz is over 10 years in existence now today.
Yeah, but not as old as the old ones we have.
To that extent, you can say it's a new generation bank.
Yes.
Probably, they are not taking the money away from it. It's been frozen. The bank, they will not take it away from the bank. The bank that it will, for me, my own thinking, my own small knowledge, probably it will be good for the bank. That means they can even do business with the money. Why the money? There won't be a fear of the money is coming to withdraw, and we won't be able to have the money back. So now that they know that the money is no longer there is no debit placed on the account. It may not be a bad news for them to an extent. I don't know much about that, but that's my own little thinking. That it may be, and the little I know about our Nigerian banks. They can even use the money to do business and make more money before the money before the man returns, or before the order is reversed.
Do you think Mele Kyari would suffer as much as Godwin Emefiele it's going through? Because if you consider both of them and alleged crime, it is looking one and the same. Do you think Tinubu would allow Mele Kyari, his good friends, to go through what Godwin Emefiele is going through right now?
I can't answer that, but you know, we're in Nigeria. We ordinarily live in a country where it's not about who you are, who you know, who's your friend. I would say that would not happen. But you are in a country where once you have a relationship with certain people, particularly the president, or when you are seen as a friend of the president, or you are in good book of the president, or you are in good term, you may escape a certain prosecution or cases. You just the simple one that I can just recent one I can just give you is that of Kwam1. Kwam1 escaped that prosecution simply because of his closeness to the people in government, and simply because of his. So we're in a country where your closeness to the people in government, your relationship with the people in government, your ability to play game with the people in government, there will be a part of the consideration to determine what will be your case. You know, like I said, I am waiting for the proper reports. I want to see whether or not they will tell me this offense was 3 years ago, 5 years ago, or some years ago. And I will ask, what were they looking? What were they over this year when the man was in charge? And I'm very sure when this man was in charge, people were raising this issue of corruption in NNPC. The man will come and dismiss it, and people who are supporters of government will say those who are making the claim are just anti-government, anti-human being, enemy of progress, enemy of Kyari. I remember when the Kyari, Mele Kyari and co came and said the Port Harcourt refinery is not working. We queried the claim. The people came out on us and see us as we don't want progress. We like to listen to hear bad news, and unfortunately, the bad news is no longer. And thereafter, we realized that, look, the worst, the so-called labor union, they claim to have been there to go and verify, and they say yes, actually they have done the right thing and the thing is working. The National Assembly member went there for a working visit. They told us the same thing, that the things are working. So we deceive ourselves in the country, we cover up. But now that
sorry for interjecting. The media also went there. We had legacy media organizations who took their cameras right there. Now the question is, what did they see? Was it were they under one cosmic power that they saw what we didn't see, or is a different story right now? Because the cameras were there and they showed us what was working. So what suddenly happened that we're all hearing that they were all false today?
I wouldn't know what they noticed while they were there, or what they saw while they were there. But what I know is that sometimes, in fact, I know a particular anchor, when you raise that complaint or claim, he will tell you, he will indirectly insult you. And he said he was there by himself personally. I saw it. I was there. This happened. Today, he will be saying a different thing. So we don't tell ourselves the truth. We cover up. Probably because of benefits, probably because of fear, probably because they want to be in the good book of the government. I don't know. Because this Mele Kyari now that has been pulled or has been pursued, I'm telling you, all the things that are claiming against him will not be something that happened last year or last month. Will be what happened even before the president became the president. And they did not see those books before now. Nobody tell us that this is what happened, or we have checked. Why are we not? Why don't we cultivate the habit of auditing our report almost every time, and raise issue where there is no where there are issues? There are some issue people are raising now today. Tomorrow they are defending it now, because I know that there was a call to the current GMD of the NNPC to come and clarify certain issue. Some people are already justifying or blaming the National Assembly. They were saying they just want to collect their own money. That's what they are calling it. That there's nothing amiss in NNPC. No money is missing. Nothing is happening. The man will leave tomorrow or next tomorrow. You see the same people who say nothing is missing pursuing the man. So that is the kind of system that we have. We have a system where we pretend and they support people when they're in government. And even though we know that they're doing bad, the fact that they are in government and they are even working in good collaboration with the president or the governor or whoever that is in charge, people will see them as a lawyer and they see them as patriotic citizen. So when you that are raising issue or drawing their attention to it, they will tell you are not patriotic. They believe patriotism is about just supporting people in government. So for me, like I said earlier on, the issue of investigation does not give me joy. It's good, but I'm not as excited. I'm not celebrating it. Not because it's not good, but because it may at the end of the day not bring any good results or any positive results. At the end of the day, the man may walk free and we even work with the money, away with the money. So let them do the right thing first. Let them prosecute the man properly. Let's see the outcome, then we can celebrate. Yeah, I'm very sure that I'm very sure that if the proper investigation will be done, it will not be the man will not be the only person that will be affected by that investigation. If they are going to do thorough investigation, unlike the one they are doing at the CBN, but I don't know how only Emefiele will be the one that will be involved in all the claims that there's no other person. Even the president who claimed to have approved the money was not called to question. to approve some of the policy. Sorry, it was not called to question. So here too, you will see that only Mele Kyari. So sometimes it make it look like they have a target, or it's just they're just being victimized for one thing or the other. That's the way, because there's no way you tell me in that NNPC and the kind of thing you are doing, those claims against Mele Kyari, it will be only him that will be involved in it, and only him will be able to achieve it without any collaboration with any other person in the system. Let them do the proper investigation. Let them give us the proper reports, and let them take proper action against whoever that has been affected. Not only going to court, ensure that when you are going to court, you have in handy enough evidence to nail the man or whoever that is or are involved in the allegation, in the corrupt practice allegation that you are making. So they need to do more work in terms of investigation and prosecution. And then we'll be able to celebrate it.
All right.
Okay, Barrister, that's a very good one. So now that we have, or because he made mention, since we have a system that is not really working well, so how can financial institutions strengthen their systems to detect suspicious transactions before it gets to the point of EFCC intervention? So how do we strengthen this system before it gets to EFCC?
Barrister, the system
to check them. What the problem is that the system are supposed to check them. It's not supervising them well. They are businessmen or women or men, and they want to make money. So sometimes they want to cover up for their customers because it's bringing money. So, but those of you, if you have a system that's working well, before you even deposit or after depositing, the CBN, they will trigger alarm and say, look, wow, CBN cannot tell me that they did not see that the traces of those amounts in their they said they are telling me they don't do their job. But they have the responsibility of supervising the banks. And if you are supervising them properly, these are things that you will see. And you are not reading any flag on them. Even the bank themselves, when you deposit, they tell you when you deposit amounts that are so that are suspicious, they need to alert the security agencies. If they do that, I'm not very sure. Like I said, they want to protect their business and see whether or not and make money from their customers. The system allows or give room for corruption. Corruption has been entrenched in our system. In fact, some people see it as part of the system, because when you see people who are corrupt doing things that go way far beyond their earning, and you raise alarm or you talk, they will say you are a jealous person, or they will say you are not patriotic, or you are just not sincere. You raise a question regarding how will a governor who does not have a bicycle or who has just a 2 or 3 car before becoming governor or chairman local government now become an owner of a limousine and other vehicles that are very expensive, and a house that worth billions of millions of naira. They would say it's not a local government chairman. Do you expect him not to have that kind of a thing? So in other words, we are saying once you are a local government chairman, you are free to spend our money the way you like. And that's authority for you to become rich. That's what people are saying, if they don't know. Because when you raise that issue and say, they say, a governor, what are you saying? How he's going to buy the limousine? How will they forgetting that he has a salary. Thank God they are complaining today now that salary of a minister is not up to 1 million naira. A minister who has not up to 1 million naira is building a house worth billions of naira within 2 years of being in service. And you raise question, people will say, why are you saying that? He's not a minister. So these are the things. We give room for corruption, and we allow you to entrench until when that person is no longer in the good book of the people in government. That's when you do not realize that he's a corrupt person, and then that's when they will not be looking for him. We don't have our agency that look into corruption are also not are partial to an extent. They wait for body language for them to take steps. Sometimes, if they don't do things just because the law says, they wait for directive, they wait for instructions, and in some cases they will look at the body language of the president or the people in charge for them to know whether or not to go after one person or not to go after one person. And it's
you actually said it so well, and I would love to believe that the minister under reference my press freedom. You know, as a journalist, gives me the right. The Minister of Power, Adela. Yes, that's why I'm helping you, barrister, to say that. As a journalist, it's my duty to bring their feet to the fire.
Don't help me. I don't want to know. Let me keep listening to myself.
He wants to say by himself.
All right, so barrister, let's take a look at other matters. And yet again, we have it that the federal government is proposing Abuja Lagos Superhighway worth $4 billion. We are not yet through with the Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway, that we know that the ocean is washing it away right now as we speak. Because environmental impact assessment was not done very well on that particular stretch of the road, and as we speak now, the ocean is gradually washing that 15 trillion naira worth of project, and the federal government under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is already thinking of yet another $4 billion Abuja Lagos Superhighway. Speak to me, barrister.
Henry, you are not an engineer, and you cannot be Mr. David Mai, who is a senior engineer, who knows how to, who is the only person who is qualified, who knows both of these jobs very well, the most knowledgeable in terms of this project, the person who is the most qualified to be president from the southeast, is in charge, and you are saying the rain is washing away or water is washing anything away. The man has done well. The man has
we can see the pictures are everywhere. Have you seen the viral video? The viral video is everywhere.
I'm saying it will be a concern for me and doubt for me when the man of that caliber is in charge, the man that knows that, look, when you do a concrete a road for 25 years or 30 years, nothing will happen. Is he saying that those roads are not concrete? Is he saying those roads are just mere sand and cement without any proper? So for me, you see, we are in a country where what they now use to siphon money now is a road. As if road is now the only project that will give development to us in our country. You can see we are talking about repairing what's it called, Terminal Bridge with 3.8 trillion naira. We are talking about repairing tarmac at the airport with 7 billion naira. We are talking about the coastal road, 15 billion naira, which have not been able to. All this money they have not been able to get. They are not available. Yet they will be planning for it. And the other, I'm not aware of how much they've invested on education to build new schools and the new infrastructure in schools. The health services and health centers, they are not talking about that. The only thing they will see them come out to say is about road, as if road is the only project that they have the responsibility to do. When people talk about Mr. Wike today, they will say the best minister is working well, doing that. You ask them what has he done, they will tell you go to Abuja, you see the road. As if the only thing in Abuja that the people of Abuja need is the road. They don't need health services. They don't need education. They don't need other infrastructure development. So for me, I see those projects are just white elephant projects. A means of getting they will just pick it up, and that will be the main campaign for 2027. Because I know they will not do it for 2027. They may be planning for it. They may start it in a way. Say, what do they call it now? Groundbreaking, or what they normally do now. To start the projects. Groundbreaking, they may do that. And then they will tell you, and when they are rolling out their achievements, those things will be part of the achievements. Abuja Superhighway, as if it's been completed. They will be completed on paper, but in reality, you won't see it. So that's the kind of country that we have. We have the priority is not too high. It's not about the people. Our priority is about where money will come from. You can see that a particular conference center was renovated for how many? For 43 billion or so, when a new one can be built less than that amount. So that's the country we have. Nobody will ask questions. Nobody. The time when they are doing all this now, let them leave office tomorrow. You start hearing them asking questions. Come and explain this. Come and explain that. When they are there now, they are not asking them questions. Our former minister for humanitarian was alleged of corruption. Today, did you hear any court that she's attending? She's no longer, nobody's talking about it again. That's all. Because the EFCC and co are not saying that. They will tell you they are still investigating. investigating for how many years? But little one that are not even Yahoo boys, you see them doing as if that is the major reason why they are in office. So for me, we are not fighting anything in this country. And that's why people are using those projects as a means of getting something for themselves. Like some people will say, they say probably they are looking for money to do 2027 election. I'm not saying so, not me, I say people. Some people say so. So, and I tend to also maybe probably agree to an extent. But I don't see how those infrastructure that I'm talking about is only responsibility of the government that we have. Road construction is the only thing that was what Guwori and Co were doing when they were there. They so rest in peace. When they're talking about rail line. Today, I'm not even aware whether we have those rail lines working, or maybe only a few of them. And when they are talking about that time, it is as if everywhere in Nigeria is covered with rail line. Today, I'm only aware of Lagos Ibadan Railway, Kaduna, Abuja. Whether they are even working well or not, I don't know. So this is the kind of thing we do. I just white elephant projects that will bring out money, and you won't see the light, and you won't see the project on the land. 4th Mainland Bridge in Lagos State, for so many years, it's been there. They say they will do it. They say there's no money. They abandoned that one now. What they want to do now is to repair 3rd Mainland Bridge with 3.8 trillion naira, and they want to do super highway now with how many trillion? I don't know. How many trillion is I don't know. I don't know about that. They may be talking about trillions now to even do that one too. Yet they will say we don't have money. I don't believe that we don't have money. The priority of where the government is spending money is what is causing us problem. They send money on area where they believe they have interest, and that's how you see them doing those things. I don't think a super highway is a priority. It should be a priority for now. I don't think so. It should not be a priority for now. I'm saying so because I know they will not complete it. They may not even do 30 kilometers of it or more before abandoning it. Kenya Abuja road or something. It's been there for years. They've not been able to complete it. So what are we talking about? Rather than complete all the existing roads that will give us free access to other states, they want to introduce new projects that will not see the light of the day. Anyway, let's wait and see what they want to do, whether they will be able to achieve it or not. All right. Let's wait. Okay. But unfortunately, again, we don't have the National Assembly that will raise some of these questions that we are raising. Yeah, once they bring they bring it, they approve it. In fact, these days they don't even go to National Assembly again for any approval, because I've been told by Mr. Kiyamo that the money to be used to innovate Abuja whatever is from a New Hope Fund. I don't know what they mean by the New Hope Fund. Whether there's a particular account that is dedicated for that purpose, where Nigerian money does not go there, where what goes there is individual money, and that have been contributed to develop our country. When the money is donated, even if the money is being donated, and it's for Nigeria, it must go through appropriation. Then the one we see these days that there won't be any appropriation. That they will ask questions, they will say the money is being funded, the project is being funded by the New Hope Fund. It's being funded with the New Hope Fund without any appropriation. So this is why we have today in our country. You can see it, even the coastal road. When they brought the budget for it, it was 500 million they put in the budget. Yeah. And thereafter, I've been told it's going to be private public clinical plus F. Yes. Today, Nigerian money is being put into it. We are talking about trillions being given by the government for the project. So we deceive ourselves, and people who are supposed to check are not checking. People who are supposed to raise questions are not raising questions. The members of the National Assembly are our representatives. They are supposed to be speaking on our behalf and checkmating the executive. But what do we see? We see them working together and in alliance and in connection with the executive in the name of we are cooperating. Cooperation is not about allowing corruption. Cooperation is not about allowing illegality. That is not cooperation. So but unfortunately we don't have them, and unfortunately some of these people will still go back to the National Assembly in the next election, because it's not about our votes. It's not about the people. People are not even interested. The judge of us are not interested. We leave it for them, and they are happy that you are leaving for us, and they will go there and then do whatever they want to do again. And they don't see them owing you any responsibility because you have not shown that you brought them there or you took them there. So until we have people who can speak on our behalf, until we have government who will think about the people and not their own personal gain, we may not have development in our country. The one that we desire.
Very true, Barrister.
Yes, and Barrister and Henry, my major concern right now is the $4 billion, right? Yeah. Now, if we have this money and we want to, invest it into making roads or, doing some infrastructures in the country. Now, the loans we've been taking, the money we've been borrowing, we are yet to even pay back. And now we are taking this huge amount of money to put in there, like in our infrastructure and making the roads. Now, my question is, this $4 billion, right? How, where are we getting it from? Like, who will be funding? Where are we getting this money from? Is it from foreign investors? Is it from loans or government budget allocations? Because if we have a huge amount of money, where is the money coming from? Yeah, I'm with you, sir.
If you ask me, now who I go ask?
Is that because I feel okay?
My understanding is that from what we have seen before now, there are three major sources of income from you people, in the name of levy and taxes, from loan and other what's it called, bond or whatever they call it. So these are the major sources of our income. Impose more levies and taxes on people, impose more burden on Nigerians, borrow more money. That is the only sort of income that I see. And you remember I told you that if you ask me, I will ask. I'm not a part of the government, so I may not know where they will get the money from. But these are my thinking. My thinking is that it will come from from tax and levies being paid by Nigerians, and from a loan, which, if at all, the loan will even be applied for the projects. Because the one that have been collected so far, I'm not sure. I don't know how far they've been used for the purpose for which they were gotten. So we're in a serious situation in our country, and that we are continuing because Nigerians are not ready to hold government to account. Nigerians are not ready to ask questions. Nigerians are not ready to chase away people who are not delivering in terms of dividend of democracy. But once they have money and they share money to them, 10,000 naira loan grants, 5,000 naira loan grants, 100,000 naira loan grants, the government become the best government, and they will start singing his praises, and they will forget all the hardship that they've been suffering, and the one they will come thereafter. And that's why somebody will sell his food for 5,000 naira, and this in the name of let me take my benefit too, I will not see them again. So 5,000 naira is enough for you to survive for 5 years or for 4 years. 5,000 naira is enough for you to get a good hospital or good when you are sick, for you to enjoy benefits in the hospital. Good 5,000 naira is enough for you to take your children to school or good schools. And so if you continue to do this, we'll continue to see the kind of result that we are seeing. For me, it's going to be, unfortunately, they will either borrow or impose more taxes and levies on you. That's my own thinking. I don't know whether they have another means of getting the money without those means.
Okay. All right, that's just about the time we have. We can go on and on this particular story unending because there's so much to talk about. The remaining roads that are yet to be finished or revamped in Nigeria costs a total sum of 11 trillion in total. Every road in Nigeria, if we are to repair them, to maintain them, it would cost 11 trillion. But the federal government rather took 15 trillion to do Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. And now they are hoping to get $4 billion. We need to convert that in Naira to know how many trillions that would be used for yet another super highway that we do not know if it will see the light of the day. That's the sad reality we have, and that's why currently INEC is doing registration for voters. So if you have moved from one place to another, your name is not correct, or any issue that you have, there is the registration going on right now. You walk up to any local government area of your choosing, and INEC officials will be there to help you regulate everything that you need to do so that 2027 and would count, because every vote definitely must count 2027. Thank you so very much, Barrister, for being here. We truly do appreciate you.
Thank you, Barrister.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be with you. Thank you.
All right. So that's just about the time we have. We'll say thank you, everyone, for being part of it. Please do well to visit us. You can find us at EnterpriseTVNews.com. You may equally like, comment, and follow us on all our social media platforms at EnterpriseTV7. I am Henry Gwebike.
And I am Kehinde Bodrin.
On behalf of the entire team of Enterprise Television, thank you once more, and we'll see you tomorrow, bright and early. Bye-bye.
Bye.